Bienvenidas y bienvenidos a un episodio más de esta serie que estoy haciendo para YouTube del juego Vampyr. Echad un vistazo y si os gusta lo que veis, pues os suscribís, que no cuesta nada. Además le dais a la campanita para que os lleguen notificaciones de vídeos nuevos que vaya subiendo. Y ahora vamos a ver el arma que hemos conseguido al derrotar a Doris Fletcher. Aquí lo tenemos. Sable excepcional, es un arma de cuerpo a cuerpo de nivel 4 que hace 140 de daño, con velocidad de ataque 10 y energía 20. Un sable largo que solían llevar los oficiales de la armada. Pues venga, vamos a escapar del teatro.
So Doris just needed to be close to her audience to infect them. Contagion through skin. Very disturbing.
Capítulo 5. Segunda opinión. Descubre la auténtica naturaleza de la plaga de Skulls de Londres. Tenemos como misión principal apoyar al club Ascalon contra la guardia de Prigwen y como objetivo hablar con Lord Redgrave sobre Doris Fletcher. A ver si una vez por todas, si de una vez por todas puedo matar al Econ este. ¡Ay! Jolín, qué difícil es matarlo. Voy a poner el otro. ¡Ay! ¡Jolín! ¡Joder! ¡Jolín! ¡Jo! ¡Ay, qué pesado! Ah, por fin puedo morderle. Bueno, algo de sangre le he quitado. Es una lucha encarnizada. ¡Ay, ay, ay, ay! ¡Ay! ¡Ay! ¡Oh! Bueno, venga. Ah. Bien. Buah, tampoco es que le quite una barbaridad. Oh. Voy a cambiar una habilidad. Esta. Oh. Bueno. Y ahora vienen más estúpidos de estos. ¡Jo! Bueno. ¡Ay! Por fin, muerto ya. Vale. Ya está, ¿no? A ver, ahora tenemos que ir a informar a Charlotte Ashbury acerca de su amiga desaparecida. Pues venga, vámonos. ¿Y por qué ya no me sale la cabecina? A ver, voy al mapa. Ah, vale. Porque está... Es verdad, sí. Que está al lado del club. Es verdad, es verdad. Vale, pues ya está. Vamos para allá. Ella siempre está... con su... ¿Cómo se llama? Con su discurso. Con un discurso que a mí me parece estupendo y magnífico. Que las sufragistas han hecho muchísimo por el feminismo, vamos. Bueno, las sufragistas también eran feministas, desde luego.
Good evening, Miss Ashbury.
And good evening to you, Dr. Reed.
I have found out what happened to your friend, Emily.
I can handle the truth. There's no need to hide the bloody details.
Your friend was planning to become a vampire. She thought she'd met an honest one and made a deal with him. Unfortunately, Emily did not survive the process.
My mother told me many times about the risks of being turned. I often suspected she exaggerated the danger to avoid me being tempted.
No, the risk is real. Have you any idea what a body has to endure? To become an organism entirely consumed by its need to process and recombine blood.
I should never have talked to Emily about vampires. I never thought she'd actually try it without me. Thank you, sir. Here, take this for your discretion.
Anda, nos ha dado una estaca de Charlotte. A ver, vamos a hacerle preguntas personales. Vale. Sobre la negativa de su madre a convertirla.
Your mother has refused to turn you into a vampire. Tell me more about it.
Each time we argue, Mother expresses the same fear. She wants me to remain alive and full of joy, rather than become melancholy and immortal. She claims you can't have one without the other. It's pure selfishness.
It's your mother's choice. As daughters and sons, we have to accept the decisions our parents make for us despite our own wishes.
I love my mother, and have accepted everything from her. Even that she named me Charlotte, when it was not my original name.
Does it bother you?
No. Whoever I was when I was born, I am now Charlotte Ashbury. It hurts as much as it makes me proud to know that's the name my mother will read on my tombstone.
Your mother has walked this earth for much longer than you or I. She is wise, and we should not ignore her advice when we disagree with it.
But why shouldn't I be allowed to forge my own experience? There can't be only one righteous way to deal with eternity.
Tell me about your adoption.
What do you want to know?
Who are your real parents?
Elizabeth Ashbury is my real mother. She raised me and has taken care of me all my life. I have no idea who my progenitors are or were.
Do you live with her?
I still spend a lot of time in my mother's mansion, but I have my own house now. I have a life to live, you see? And one day, I'll have my death to face.
How did you meet Lady Ashbury?
First, I was an orphan in the institution for girls she manages in the West End. When I was 10, she adopted me, and I have lived with her ever since.
Did you know she was a vampire when she picked you?
The correct word is Ekon, Doctor. And no, I had no idea why my mother only showed up at night. She told me everything when I turned 16, though I suspected the truth for a long time before that.
Antes de seguir con el diálogo, vamos a ver la nueva pista que nos ha salido de Charlotte. Charlotte creció en el orfanato de Lady Ashbury antes de ser adoptada por la propia Lady Ashbury.
What exactly has your mother told you about me?
Your name and profession, obviously, and the mystery about your maker. I'm sorry to hear about... Should it? My mother is the most compassionate woman. Must I be wary of her, Dr. Reed? Or you?
Charlotte sabe mucho acerca de los vampiros y no parece tenerles miedo.
Perhaps it's wise for a mortal never to totally trust a vampire. Your mother herself told me that we Ekon are creatures of deception. Maybe it's because we seem so... alive.
That may be true for a naive girl, but I have the best teacher when it comes to getting rid of an insistent immortal.
Your mother is not like any other vampire I've met.
I believe she thinks the same about you, Dr. Reed.
What do you think about this part of town?
I was raised here, and I suppose it feels like home. You grew up in this part of town too, did you not?
Is there something that's bothering you?
Too much selfishness and individualism for my taste, even when there was no epidemic.
Even if that's partly true, may I remind you that many charitable institutions are financed by the selfish and filthy rich.
I suppose you're right. But society must reform and renew itself, or we are all done for.
Yes, I was born a few streets away.
A small world, is it not? Did you ever imagine that my mother was your neighbor all that time? That you could have met her in a dark alley at night?
You won't trick me twice, young lady. We both know Lady Ashbury never hunts or attacks prey at random.
Come on, Doctor. Don't tell me you never thought about that possibility. Her fangs on your neck. Oh, are you blushing, Dr. Reed?
Why do you still hope to become a vampire in spite of your mother's refusal?
It's the immortal aspect of vampires that interests me. The world won't improve unless women take charge. I'm convinced of that.
You're obviously a clever woman with a good education and a brilliant future. But have you thought about the price you'd have to pay? The loneliness, the necessary masquerade.
Is it not true of every high position? To change this world and make it a better place, one needs time on one side.
Charlotte espera poder luchar con mayor eficiencia... 1, 2, 3. Charlotte espera poder luchar con mayor eficacia contra las desigualdades una vez sea inmortal.
Tell me, Charlotte, how do you plan to achieve eternal life, since you've obviously given it a lot of thought?
I won't give up. You have no idea how determined I am, sir. I may contract a deadly disease. I may throw myself under a carriage just to be saved by her sweet kiss.
That's a disturbing answer, young lady. And the worst part of it is, I know you speak the truth.
There are less dangerous ways, Doctor. Instead of throwing myself under a horse like Emily Davison, I could just throw myself into your arms.
Never. That would be betraying your mother's trust. She would never forgive us.
For sure. But look on the bright side. We would have eternity to reconcile.
Or an eternity to run away from your mother's mighty wrath. Quite a terrifying idea, don't you think?
Yes. I think it's wiser to let go of that part of the plan.
Do you know why Lady Ashbury chose you to become her daughter?
No, I don't. Each time I ask her that question, she smiles and says it's precisely because I dare to ask such questions.
Do you ever regret that she chose you?
Of course not. Though I often wonder if she adopted others before me. If so, where are they buried? How was it for them to pass through life with a never-aging mother?
Goodbye, Charlotte. Give my best regards to your mother when you see her.
She's been quite busy these last few nights. I suspect you may see her before me.